Nice one, bro. No, respect. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is Emirates and you're watching. Yes, bro. What's going on, my son? And you're watching. It's a different video today. There is a match going on, but we've got something much more important going on. There's a lot of people here to voice their displeasure at the ownership. Turnout for today. Hopefully this sends a message to people that people don't want these guys at the club. You're not doing us any favours. Invest in us or fuck off. It's that simple. My sons, my fraudulent friends, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is Emirates and you're watching Late Night Fraudulencia. Indeed, a special day, a special afternoon, evening, a moment in Arsenal history today. Much love to you for joining us on this fraudulent evening as we look back on not only the game against Everton, of course, but slightly more important, the movement that took place at the Emirates today. Let's just switch you over. Say hello to the gang. I wasn't even sure I was going to watch the game today. I'm sure plenty of you couldn't have cared less about the result today. But the importance of everybody turning out, I cannot stress how much that means. Arsenal obviously a global fan base now, and not everybody could be there tonight. Today, there were thousands of us there today, and whether I saw you or not, you were one of us, we were all one. That was the beautiful thing about it. I'm so proud of all of the Arsenal fans tonight. Fans all over the world. It doesn't have to be ones who were actually there. Fans elsewhere who would have loved to have marched to the ground with us and screamed with the rest of us. This is a crazy time. We live in a time where the media are determined to divide us. Not just about football, but in life in general. With Arsenal, a lot more people want to ignore us. But today it was impossible. Thousands of fans, all colours, faiths, coming together at the Emirates to voice their frustrations at owner Stan Kroenke. I hope you've seen this, because the message was loud and clear. You've brought shame on the club's name, and we want you to sell. And we are not going anywhere. Yeah, there was a game today. And we will get to that. We will get to the game. But let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, was it really that important? It was almost irrelevant. Today it was about sending a message to a fat cat American billionaire owner, a man who doesn't understand football, isn't a fucking football fan at all, has been to about 5 games in 10 years, has not engaged with fans whatsoever, despite plenty of promises to, has not invested a single penny of his own money, who has taken he's taken money out of the club. Millions of pounds in advisory fees. What the fuck are you advising us about? You know, fuck all about football. Forcibly taking fans' shares, pricing fans out of tickets, and supporting this fucking fraudulent European Super League, which, to be quite honest with you lads, I have to break this down for you. You know, this is the home of hard-hitting home truths. Your favourite YouTuber's favourite football YouTuber. The truth will be spoken, whether or not YouTube wants to crack down on me or not. The fact of the matter is, this is going to happen. This will happen. All you have to do is listen to the language that these fuckers are using, and you can see that they are just trying to deflect. Everything was about the best interests of the club, best interests of the game, best interests of the pyramid. It's all bollocks, and they will be back to re-attack it from a new angle. It was a special moment. I was worried about the numbers. I was worried about the turnout, and perhaps I should have been worried about the fucking football as well. That is something that we should be talking about. It all feeds down from the same fucking place, doesn't it, really? Because this is a business. This is an incredibly successful businessman at the helm of this business. And this is the product that this fraud is trying to convince you people to buy into. Now, I might look like a fucking idiot, but I'm sorry. You've fooled me too many times now. In this video, we're going to be looking over an actual conversation that has been published between Josh Kroenke and the fans. We are going to be talking a little bit about the game, and I will be going through your comments and questions, of course. Much love to everyone who is in the chat, letting your thoughts be known. If you would do me the honour of smashing the hell out of the like button and subscribing to the channel if you're new, that would be much appreciated. But for now, if you are an Arsenal fan, then I feel you. I feel for you, and I feel you. I genuinely see you. I know what you're going through. And if you know an Arsenal fan, then fucking hold them close. Give them a hug, because we are under serious pressure here. We're out here fucking fighting billionaires, yeah, in our thousands, and we've got this knobhead scoring own goals. I mean, I could say, well done, mate. You're part of the Kroenke out fam. I hear you. You're doing your bit for the fans. Is that what's going on? I mean, genuinely laughable, and it has become the most unbelievably fraudulent season, the worst in living memory. Lowest points tally since 95, progressively getting worse every single year. Most league home defeats in 30 years. Listen to that. Most league home defeats in 30 years. We're worse than we've ever been in my whole fucking life. First defeat at home to Everton since 96. Wenger, he's turning out, he's not even in his grave. He would be turning over his grave. He must be laughing. He must be crying himself to sleep at what's happened here. And guess what? Guess who's round the corner? Guess who's round the corner? Unai fucking Emery will be licking his lips. And I swear to God, if Arteta loses this game, then the end is surely on the horizon. I'm sorry, but this team is bad. Yeah, this team is as bad as our league position suggests, and maybe even fucking worse. But no way. Someone has to bear responsibility. And I tell you what, the likelihood is we're not going to be able to get rid of Stan. Billionaires. He's not even left his yard. What does he know? He probably doesn't even know about this. Billionaires don't have phones. They don't speak to people. You can't get hold of them. You're living in a fucking fantasy world if you think that you could kick me out of the property that I own. It doesn't work like that. I own it. You can riot outside. I just call the fucking police on you. Okay. I don't know what we can do. Except hit his pockets. That's it. That is it. Because the blame, as I was saying, the responsibility lies at Stan's door. This is your sinking ship. We can't keep on blaming manager after manager after manager. Players, and well, we can fucking blame the players because they're fucking awful. They're bang average players. But seriously, I'm sick of blaming players. I'm not fucking having it anymore. I'm definitely not letting media blame the fans, or especially what happened this morning, which was fucking disgraceful red herring tactics. These scum of the earth. How could you fucking look at yourself in the mirror and actually try and point the finger at a fucking fan channel? As if the fan channel was responsible for this. Are you having a fucking laugh? Jesus Christ. We're not fucking idiots. I do believe negativity plays its part. I can't deny that. I really do believe in positive energy. But you cannot blame people for reacting to what they're seeing. And the very notion of the fucking frauds at TalkSport, where I've fucking worked and I've got full confidence in telling them, you bang average frauds, lads, clickbait merchants. Your history is literally founded on being Arsenal Fan TV, pre-Arsenal Fan TV era. Where the fuck do you think people went and moaned and screamed before Arsenal Fan TV? Do yourselves a favour and fuck off. Jesus Christ, the absolute fucking audacity of a fucking Murdoch-owned company. Oh, you're having a laugh, mate. I don't even want to go there. Listen, this, right, the buck, it stops with Stan. If you want change, we need to start hurting his pockets. You need to stop going to games, right? And obviously we can't go to games, but you need to stop fucking going to games if you can. You need to stop buying merchandise. You need to let their sponsors know that we don't fucking want them here. Yeah? Make your voice heard. It's quite simple. You invest in a club or leave. It's that. That's it. Better yet, coming out, breaking news for that ass. Yeah? Better yet, look at this. Here we go. This is exactly what I want to see. Here we go. Someone with intention. Daniel Ek. Yeah? Daniel Ek, father, CEO, and founder of Spotify. You can tell he's a good guy because he puts father first. First and foremost, he's a dad. You will be your sons. Yeah? Founder of Spotify. He must be minted. What's his fucking net worth? What's your net worth, bro? Oh, 4.3 bill. Oh, get him in. Get him in. Yeah? Get this fraud out of my club. I've had enough of him. He says, as a kid growing up, I've cheered for Arsenal as long as I can remember. What are you doing sitting on the sidelines, mate? Go and make him an offer. If KSE would like to sell Arsenal, I'd be happy to throw my ring in the hat. Listen, lads, to make $1 billion, yeah, we need 50,000 people to put in £20,000. Or we need 20,000 people to put in 50 grand, yeah? That can be the fans' portion of the shares. We can make this happen. There are more than fucking 20,000 people out there who've got 50 grand and are Arsenal fans. You're lying to yourselves if you haven't. And if you haven't, then stop fucking trying it on Instagram like you're balling. It's pissing me off. All this fucking money and no fucking action. Here's some action. I want to see some fucking support for this, Don. I've got to be honest, I'm just thinking about it now, and I know that Spotify are a bit questionable themselves. Do they even pay their artists properly? I'm not sure they do. We need to have words, but surely it can't be any worse. And more importantly, he's an Arsenal fan. Anyway, is it really Spotify FC? Is this where we are? It's been a long day. I'm not gonna lie, I've nearly lost my voice. However, there is more that we need to go through, because a video has been published by one Chris Wheatley, chief Arsenal reporter for London Football London, sorry. He's uploaded a video. I hope they don't mind me playing some of this video, but we're going to react and review the video because it's a sensational, fly-on-the-wall moment at or with Josh Kroenke talking to Arsenal fans, and it is super important that as many people hear this and understand where rational, logical thinking Arsenal fans are with their whole thing right now. This is not you're being negative and you need to support the club. No, we've bent over fucking backwards for God knows how long. You've lied through the back of your teeth. The back of your teeth? Front of your teeth? You keep fucking lying like you're pathologically challenged. It's incredibly fraudulent for you to be coming over here and thinking that it's going to be any different, or trying to convince anyone that it's going to be any different to what's happened in America, which is, you're one of the most hated men in the country. Every single one of your franchises fails and has no success whatsoever to speak of, barring the odd blip. I don't want to hear about odd blips. No fucking way. Sorry. Listen, something happened today whilst we were there as well. I hope the guy is okay, but whatever happened was a moment of madness, and I hope doesn't take away from the actual message. Like I said, I hope that guy's okay. Some people were acting kind of mad, jumping on stuff and whatnot, but all in all, most people were there to voice their displeasure and disapproval at a man who is taking this club into the ground. We have redefined the definition of fucking mediocrity, stuck in mid-table for the whole season, and worse. They're putting out statistics and records every single game. Did you hear them on the commentary? 30 years since this, 30 years since that, 40 years since this, 50. We're fucking doing... Oh, Jesus. My head is hurting. My head is actually hurting. Like I said, we're going to listen to this audio message, and please do leave your input. Before we start this, though, I'm going to go through the comments and questions, if there are any, in the super chats. Much love to everyone who is getting involved. If you could smash the hell out of the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, then you're massively appreciated as well. Biff the Banana says, I'm absolutely... Doge. I'm not sure what he's talking about. You've typed really fast, haven't you? Yeah, you've typed that really fast. Biff the Banana, much love to you. You're an absolute legend. He says Kroenke out. Biff the Banana also saying Hugh, my Don, Kroenke out. Indeed, Kroenke out twice. Double down on it. The Wellesian saying thank you for starting early. Got to wake up at 2 a.m. New York time. Anyway, that turnout made me embarrassed to be a Spurs fan. I don't know what's going on with Spurs fans. I don't know what's going on with their version of the protests, but I will say this much. There were other fans there today. I saw a couple of Chelsea fans. I saw a couple of other fans. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. We need to kick these people either out of football or regain control for the people. That is the only way we're going to fix this problem, because I promise you, lads, please do come back and clip this video up in 6 or 7 months' time, whether it's a year, 2 years, whatever it is. These fuckers are going to try this again. They will just spin it a different way. Smile, please, saying, Hugh, what did you make of Ray's stupid comments about Robbie on Talk Sport today? I think I've covered that one already, but do you know what really shines through right now is that people who try and divide and people who are trying to do something for the people. Right? There's two types of fucking people right now, and the people that want the money and whatnot, they need to divide people. They need people squabbling amongst each other. They need fighting. They need all that. It creates traction, drama. You see him looking to pull some kind of response out of him, like, no, but you. No, but hold on. This isn't what you invited me to talk about. I don't know why you've fallen into the trap. I don't know why you even blessed them with your presence. Honestly. The fucking cheek of it. The absolute cheek of it. Because having worked there, I can say with full confidence that I understand the game completely. I've worked at Channel 4 News, highbrow, yeah, and Talk Sport, lowbrow, yeah, where they do all sorts for clicks. Okay, look, they've made a concerted effort in recent times to try and improve things, but there are plenty of things that I could take them to task on. Don't even fucking test me. Yeah, you do not want to test me, bro. Trust me, I'm the last one. I thought that was massively fraudulent. Yeah, massively fraudulent. I'm not going to say any more, but he knows that what he did was out of order, basically, especially when the hypocrisy of it, the fucking irony of it, is Ray Parlour himself has been on Arsenal Fan TV many a time for an interview. You were happy enough for the clout then, you were happy enough to be spoken to then for likes, but now it's a problem. Okay, interesting that it's right now as well. Interesting. Whoever the producer is there, you're a twat. You know it. Alif Uddin said, how can I call in? You can't right now. It's just me and you talking. Okay. Reese Rogers says, great protest, great message, but hopefully people realise they need to be careful because a man nearly died while protesting this. Not worth your life. Yeah, as I said, there was a bit of madness going on. Not everyone was there for madness, but again, you've got plenty of people who are clashing. You've got plenty of people who believe that for one reason or another they are at fault, or the other person is at fault, or they have the better idea of what the way forward is. Look, the fact of the matter is, we all can agree on one thing. Yeah? This is not the right man for this club. That much is plain and simple. Alex Holt says Perez and Laporta on a standoff for the get-out fees. The top six funding Real Madrid's transfer window. Hope both teams get banned from the UEFA Champions League. Indeed. You know, I'm working on a video on a situation which has happened concerning this very, very idea. And it goes slightly more into detail about exactly why I think that this is going to happen again. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was quite soon. Please do stay tuned for that video. This is not going to be a massively long video, if anything, because I've been up since 6 in the morning and I'm like knackered after shouting all day. However, I'm here for you, and I wanted to share the feeling after what is, like I say, an historic day for Arsenal. Perhaps the most important thing that we've done as fans for like a couple of years, really. We haven't had the chance to do anything. The fact that they've tried to do this when we're away is massively fraudulent. Chivs says, you've seen Perez's interview saying no clubs have pulled out and they're working on reforms basically to make it more meritocratic. Yes, indeed, that's it. Alpa saying, do you realise how the media don't really put Kroenke in the same league? Same limelight as others. I feel we need legends to speak up more. Stay blessed. Sam Horton says, any advice for an Arsenal fan in California? I'm a student and I already don't pay to watch games. My only jersey I got years ago as a gift. Bloody hell. Mate, what can you do? What can you actually do? This is what you can do, right? You can reply to everything. Social media is your voice then. Your friends, the other Arsenal fans that you know, the other football fans that you know, spread that energy, because the energy that we need to be spread out is that this is not welcome here anymore. Not like this. Deveen Chandrapola says, saw you at the protest today, Hugh. Fantastic energy outside the Emirates, my son. We should make this day as an annual Kroenke out anniversary. Indeed. Randir Sandhu saying, Kroenke out, well done everyone who protested. Fraud Lord, what punishment do you think UEFA, FIFA, FA can serve to the owners that don't punish the fans, players, managers? Mate, I need to think about that. Punishments. Because the fans don't deserve punishment. But do you know what? Fans are actually good enough. I saw that today. Fans, Arsenal fans especially, don't kid yourself. Arsenal could have really done with this. Arsenal could have done with that money. It would have cleaned out the debt that we've got. We would have bought some fucking fantastic players and whatnot. And we would have been involved in a tournament, a competition of elite fucking teams where we clearly don't belong. However, Arsenal fans have had the goodness about them to say, do you know what, that's fucking out of order. We can't cheat the system like this. The system's already being cheated, and we were supposed to be the ones holding our heads high, saying we do it with class. Yeah? We're 100% self-sustaining, self-sufficient. Okay. Okay. Oh, good God. It's all gone to pot. In a few quick years, it's all gone to pot. Bruh, LMAO says 50+1 rule needs implementing into English football ASAP. Football clubs need to be majority owned by fans to combat this corporate greed. Okay, here we go. This is the video from Chris Wheatley. I'm going to leave his link in the description box below. I hope he doesn't mind me playing this in the background. It is an audio. Let me just edit the video and actually put his link in the description so that I'm playing fair. Chris, cheers for this, if you don't mind. I don't know how you've got this. It's almost like someone has recorded it illegally, but whatever it takes, mate, whatever it takes.
Possibly can. And now we need to say sorry to lots of people. Our players, our staff, the authorities, other Premier League clubs, and most importantly, our fans. And to move forward. And the final thing to say, because I said I didn't want to take up too much time, is that from a personal perspective, this has been incredibly painful. For those of you that know me on this call, you know that, well, I hope you know, I should say, that I love this football club.
Sorry, I've missed a couple of comments. I'm just going to go through them. I don't want to ever not read out any super chats. Evan O'Neill saying, not sure how Mr. Eck would be as a club owner, but as a musician, I get paid about $10 for every 50,000 streams. Bloody hell. Nah, we need to have words with him. This is, you see, the funny thing is, bro, that's why he's so rich. That's why he's so rich. milking the common man. Alex Sandusky says, is Leno actually the more expensive Karius? Abe Froman says Leno is an anagram of loser, give or take. Ryan in. Is it? I don't think it is actually, is it? Okay, whose did I miss? Taylor Scott says the Premier League ruined British football outside the top 2 English leagues. The TV deals, etc., crippled us. Several clubs and institutions are hypocrites. Massive hypocrites, mate. That's part of the video that I'm doing. It will be up tomorrow night. So that's tomorrow's video. A slightly more in-depth look at what exactly I think is going to be happening.
And I work every hour of every day to try and make us be the best we can be, and to build the best relationship we can between the club and our fans. I hope I've demonstrated that to you over many months and years, and I certainly haven't become a different person overnight. So for me, I found it really, really tough.
Okay. First bit of reviewing. We're listening to Vinay Venkatesham, the Arsenal chief executive, who has, of course, been relieved and relinquished of his position on the Premier League's, chief executive board, where they actually talk about stuff that matters. He's not welcome anymore. However, it's been tough for him. I would imagine it's been tough for you because you've been involved in a bit of fraud, haven't you, really?
And my focus now is going to be doing the same. Doing what we can to repair any damage done and move the club forward. And I certainly won't be forgetting the mistakes that have been made here, and it's going to make me even more determined than I am already to move the club forward. So
yeah, okay. Quite recently there was a political coup, an attempt at a coup, where they stormed it's one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen. People wandering around the White House, just like what? Trashing the place. Cheetos and M&M's, Maltesers, and burgers being served whilst just random-looking dons just marched in with weapons and whatnot. These guys have attempted a very similar thing. It's very disturbing that they think they can just run with their tail between their legs and come back and everything is going to be okay. They're talking about trusting. How can we trust you to move the club forward? You have literally overseen the club falling from grace. I'm not sure you're capable. Congress, not the White House. Yeah, Congress, not the White House. Same. Listen, as bad, if not worse.
That's all I want to say. Obviously, happy to take any and all questions today. But I think, Mark, is the plan to first Josh say a few things, and then we'll open up for questions.
Okay, so we're going straight to Josh. This is Josh Kroenke, and I hope you're ready.
You're on mute, Mark.
Yeah, that's right, Vinay. Josh, welcome.
Thank you. Just making sure that I'm off mute and everyone can hear me.
Yep.
That seems to be one of the key takeaways of the last 12 months is that many people get left on mute as they start to talk on these things. So I just want to make sure everyone can hear me okay.
Sorry, wow. Comedy. It's got comedy. It's got jokes. Light-hearted banter. The icebreaker. You see, I'm going to be picking up on everything. That's the problem, yeah, with you sucking the blood and life out of the thing that I love the most, yeah, is that I'm going to come for your neck on anything and everything that you say that's fucking wrong, yeah? Hashtag be excited. Fucking hell, you massive fucking fraudulent button. Listen.
I would say that, be excited.
He wants to come on with jokes. Okay.
I'm here today to talk, and obviously, Vinay, I think I echo a lot of the sentiments that he just said to the word. Leadership, from my perspective, if any of you lead different organizations in your own lives, making unpopular decisions that you feel benefit larger groups over time as part of leadership.
Oh, excuses. He's got excuses. Wild. It's wild. Oh, it's actually mad. Okay, so basically, risks. He's saying risk management. Made the decision that as a leader, I had to take a risk without telling any of you. Yeah, I wasn't going to tell any of you. Just throwing you to the fire, to the flames, to the dogs. You take all the interviews and whatnot. You deal with all that. Yeah, nice. I'll just sign this little thing here and then let you know when it's done. Cheers. No, it's not going to work. What? Leadership. He's explaining leadership. Are you fucking hearing this? No.
Leadership is also recognizing when you were wrong.
No. He's fucking reading out of a book. Oh, good God. Leadership. Let me just prepare a little speech, couple little quotes about leadership. Leadership, define, search. Fucking hell. Are you kidding me?
Quickly correcting your course of action, apologizing for your actions, and then educating yourself on how to lead better in the future.
Oh, it's like a fucking Instagram quote page. Oh, good God. Oh, good God. 4 steps in how to become a leader. How do I become the most efficient, integral leader to my company? No, you're not fucking, no.
And that's what I'm here to do today. I'm here to explain and I'm here to listen. As this project took shape in a very, very, very fast manner, we asked ourselves 2 key questions, some of which Vinay hinted at a few moments ago. The first question we asked ourselves was, what is worse, a super league?
Okay. Do you know when you can tell when someone's reading or not, right? In normal English, everyday spoken English, we don't say, what is worse? We don't say that. We say, what's worse? We say, what's. You abbreviate what is, to what's. That's normal language, everyday speak. You don't say, what is. You don't do that. So I can tell immediately you're reading. You're a fraud, and I'm not buying a word of it so far. All this is PR spin, by the way. It's just PR spin, but I need you to hear what fans are saying to him and how he responds.
Or Super League without Arsenal. That was a very tough one for us to weigh, but based on the decision that we made, we decided that a Super League without Arsenal was the worst of those answers.
Okay, so get this now. What he's trying to fob us off with is that they had to make the decision incredibly quickly, okay? Incredibly quickly. Otherwise, Arsenal as a football club were going to be left behind. What's incredible is that he thinks that is going to wash. Because he doesn't know that analysing your every fucking move and now word is the fucking fraud father himself. Yeah? So you're trying to tell me that you had no time to think and that you had to make a decision on the spot at the expense potentially of everybody else and the club and its future, when we know fucking full well that you've been planning and plotting your involvement in this or it's something very similar for a fucking number of years. You're a goddamn liar. I put it to you, yeah, that you are a goddamn liar. Let's continue.
And that's what we acted upon. The second question that we asked ourselves was, what do the fans want? And
no, you're a fucking liar. Because that's you didn't ask the fans at all. Oh, the fucking cheek of this. Listen to this. Listen to that.
And that's what we acted upon. The second question that we asked ourselves was, what do the fans want? And
how about, right, here's an idea. Here's just a little idea. I don't know, it's not a massive one. I've not got a massive brain, but here's just a little thing that's popped into my head, right? If you want to know what the fans want or what the fans think, how about asking them?
We tried to answer that question as many ways as possible. We were obviously...
We tried to answer that question as many ways as possible, except actually asking the fans. Incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible. Unrivaled fraudulence.
Bound by certain confidentiality aspects of the decision that we were thinking about making. And it was a much more complicated answer than we had time to contemplate.
Okay, this is what people do when they fucking think they can get away with murder. Listen to me carefully, lads. Break this down for a second. Did you hear what he just said? He tried to say that your simple little brain couldn't contemplate or even comprehend. It couldn't put fucking 2 and 4 together, bro. So we had to make the really tough decision on the spot for you because we know you're really simple, okay? We know you're really stupid and you'd never be able to think something like this through, okay? We don't really need your opinion. We would love to have heard what your opinion is. I mean, maybe we'd have taken, we probably wouldn't, but no, actually that's why we didn't ask you. But we know that you're really stupid, so there's no need for us to ask you. You wouldn't be able to deal with this. Is for serious dons, business dons, yeah? We're not on your fucking cheek of this. The cheek of it. Listen to it carefully.
Bound by certain confidentiality aspects of the decision that we were thinking about making. And it was a much more complicated answer than we had time to contemplate. I think the global fan wants to see Arsenal versus Barcelona regularly, as much as possible. I think the European fan...
Do you know what? Yeah, we do. He's not wrong. We do. Arsenal fans would love to be playing Barcelona in the fucking Champions League. We do. We also want to fucking qualify, you mug. How about investing in the team and getting us there, you absolute bellend? I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that, but you've made me so pissed off, man. Do you know how many years I've been pissed off? I've just been pissed.
They want to see more big matches between top clubs, to be quite frank,
yes.
Because their domestic league is so predictable.
Okay. Amazing. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing what you're giving me here. Oh, don't think I'm not going to feed off this. Don't think I'm not going to roll up my arm and spit up and tap it up and inject this motherfucker in there, yeah? Listen to me very carefully right now. Arsenal fans would love to be playing with the elite. Arsenal fans would love to be in the Champions League. And we would love more than anything our Premier League, our fucking historic national treasure of a league, yeah? The top division. We'd love it to be more unpredictable. We would love it to be more competitive. Do you know what, Josh? Yeah, I can tell you've got about 3 fucking brain cells, and you clearly are not capable of representing your father the way you say or think that you are. Listen up, huh? Here's what you do to make the league more interesting. Here's what you do to make it more competitive. You fucking invest in the team. Simple. End. Thinking that you can cheat the system because you've bought into a club which has built its history and tradition of fucking success now and class. And now we've built ourselves through the ranks to get to the top. And now you're fucking it up and trying to throw it all away and bringing shame on all of us, thinking that we can just bypass what is actually a system where meritocracy works. Yeah? Competitiveness works because we fucking are good enough to get there. You prove that you're good enough and you will be there. You work hard enough and you will get there. You pump enough of your fucking money in and we will be there. You want to take shortcuts. Do you know what happens with people who take shortcuts? People who take shortcuts, they get found out, bro. They get found out. If you really want to see people taking shortcuts, look at football YouTube. You can see there's some fucking fake fraudulent dons who've only been watching football for about 2-3 years since they realised that they could make a bit of guala off it. Yeah? All of you. I see you. I know you. You cannot fucking hide. It's impossible, bro. It will shine through because you cut corners.
I think from an English fan's perspective, and this is what was so educating to me over the last 24 to 48 hours, I guess going back 36 hours now, we're already at Thursday. Sorry, this has been kind of a blur of a week, so I apologize. I haven't slept much.
Woe is you.
But for the English fan, they want to see more big matches. But as one Chelsea supporter wrote on a sign that I saw online the other day, you still want your cold nights in Stoke. And I think, to me, that sent a strong message of the English Premier League, football in the UK as a whole, and the fan sentiment across England. and we got it wrong. And
Listen carefully, right? What they're going to end up doing is, having seen that people are not going to tolerate a system which benefits the few so greatly, but also being money-obsessed billionaires whose sole intention and purpose is profit, they have seen that you, the customer, are not willing to completely separate yourself from that, let's say, naturally competitive system that we have in place already. So they will circumvent that by making the European Super League more meritocratic. Mark my words, these fuckers are not going anywhere. That's why we need to keep making noise.
Here today, apologizing and to discuss with you. That doesn't mean a lot of our concerns and frustrations weren't addressed, or we still don't have those concerns. None of our intentions as part of this project were to harm the Premier League or English football in any way. Really, most of our frustrations reside in a larger conversation about European football as a whole. You've heard us talk primarily about the stability of the football pyramid, and that is genuinely what we were trying to accomplish when we were part of these conversations in recent weeks. We can talk about FFP enforcement. We can talk about, are we doing enough at the European level to combat racism? But for the stability of the football pyramid and talking about grassroots programs, which we are all for, in the game, both domestically and abroad.
Can I just say something? I love ancient history. Pyramids, something that really I was really into when I was younger, the Egyptian history especially. If you look at a pyramid, it's extremely thick, solid base at the bottom, wide plain. As you move towards the top of the pyramid, it's really thin. There's less brickwork involved, i.e. the bottom of the pyramid supports the top. Why do they keep saying the football pyramid, like the top, are helping out the bottom? That's the point, isn't it? We need to fix that.
We want to make sure that we're maximizing those revenues and those opportunities to stabilize the football pyramid.
So stabilizing the football pyramid by maximizing revenues. We need to maximize revenues to stabilize the pyramid. I can't take this guy seriously. I can't. He's a walking, talking Lidl version of his dad, who is quite clearly another Instagram quotation fucking person. Go away.
Did we go about it the incorrect manner this time? Absolutely.
This time. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're fueling the fire. Did you hear it? This time. This time implies that there will be a next time. I'm worried. We need to do better. We need to keep going.
But we still think those issues reside. I can use, from a personal example, the match in Baku. I met some amazing people. I enjoyed my trip very much, aside from the 90 minutes of the match. It was a beautiful city, and I had a great trip. But.
Can I just show you how out of touch this guy is? That's one of the worst nights in the history of being an Arsenal fan, losing to Chelsea and conceding goals to Olivier Giroud in the final of the Europa Cup. Baku, he's talking about being a good experience, a trip that he enjoyed. No, bro, you only enjoyed it because it's your one or two or third experience with football. You actually are an owner, as it were, of a football team, and you just think going to, oh my God, I'm in London, it's so exciting. Oh, I'm going to meet Vinay for a dinner once every 4 years. I'll go to a game. I went to a game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was there with the fans. I was one of them. We were there together. We were experienced. Football! Hey! But we lost 4-1 to Chelsea, you absolute knobhead. Do you not realise the fucking mess you've left the club in? Talking about it was a good trip.
From the travel logistics to the ticket allocation to the general environment in the stadium, I wondered that, if you're having a European final between two London giants, if it was truly being maximized to its potential for the greater benefit of the football pyramid as a whole.
Are you hearing this? I wonder if it was maximising its potential for the greater good of the football pyramid. Are you fucking smoking crack? Is this the hard food that you're smoking? Why are you trying to fool us with this nonsense? You wanted to maximise the potential for the greater good of the footballing pyramid. No, bro, you wanted more fucking money for yourself, didn't you? Mad guy. Oh, wow.
And, you know, we haven't really got to this, and these are certain things about politics across Europe that an American like myself will never understand, but we couldn't even bring one of our starting 11 to the most important match of the season that year, which was incredibly frustrating from a club perspective. And so, you know, from a transparency of governance, we feel those issues still reside, and we want to continue to work on those. We hope the dialogue, we understand there's emotions involved. We want to hear those emotions. I want to understand those emotions. And that's
what are you, my fucking counsellor? No, you don't want to hear my emotions. If you do, I've got a whole channel with 700 plus, maybe 1,000 videos on it. Yeah, go and listen to any single one of them, and you'll work out what's wrong with this fucking club.
Why I'm here today is to listen. And so from myself, my father, KSE, we apologize for the angst that we've caused everyone, the situation that we've put ourselves in, and that's really all I can say is I apologize, and I'm here to listen to you guys.
Josh, thank you. Just so we can go in an orderly way and suggest people put their hands up and I can work round, I'm going to start with Akil.
Akil. Okay, first things first. Akil, you're probably not watching. I know Akil. I've met him a few times at games. One of the most dedicated Arsenal fans that you're ever going to speak to. You don't need to be in agreement with everything. Opinions can differ about certain things, but we are ultimately all Arsenal brothers. And I kid you not, I can hear his frustrations. I have listened to this before, but I just want to say you're an absolute legend for actually saying what a lot of people think. A lot of people would have bottled it. You're a legend. Let's listen to what he's got to say. He goes in.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark. You know, I can assure you, Josh, it's not just you that hasn't slept. You know, there's a lot of us that haven't slept for about 5 days trying to do our day job around trying to fight this. I've got a few questions. There's a few things you said. I mean, you asked yourself 2 questions. You know, is it better? Is it worse to have a Super League or worse to have a Super League without Arsenal? Fine. What do fans want? Now, that's an interesting question to me because I've never been asked. I don't think anybody else here has been asked. And you talk about leadership, about making decisions for the club. Leadership is also listening to your customers. You know, I'm going to use that terminology because that's what I feel I am to you, a customer. You've never once listened to us, so I rebuff that massively. But I've got 3 questions, I think. But my first question is around the actual Super League. You know, everyone makes mistakes, but you obviously looked at this. Do you actually believe that tournaments without sporting merit are a good thing? Do you think that? And let me give you an example. We work very closely with West Ham, Everton, Leicester, and their supporters. I was ashamed on Monday to say to them that even though you're finishing above us, you're not going to get into the Super League. I felt ashamed because that is not what sport in this country is about. And if you had listened to fans, they would have told you that.
Listen, lads, he's right on so many things there. He's going in. Sport is supposed to be competitive. It is supposed to be the one thing that we can all play fair with. As soon as you get on the pitch, we are equal until you prove otherwise, right? Now, what's actually happening, if we're not careful, we're going to lose all sense of that naturally competitive element to it. All we are seeing is Mayweather against Logan Paul. YouTubers against NBA players. Leagues which are financially doped beyond your wildest dreams and are, as a result, being dominated by those with the most money. The same as across the board. We've got to be very careful that sport does not just become sports entertainment. And that is what these people especially want. The clue's in their name.
And that was an absolute disgrace. The fact that fans West Ham have had a great season. Yeah, we're just saying, sorry guys, you're not making it. So that's my first question. Do you actually believe that proposal was right, and do you actually believe in sporting merit?
I believe in sporting merit, yes.
So why did you sign up to a Super League that potentially wasn't about sporting merit, that kills a domestic game?
I go back to my original answer. The first question that we asked ourselves was, what was worse, a Super League or a Super League without Arsenal?
Okay. Are Arsenal still contracted to the Super League? Because Mr. Perez has been talking about it, and he says we are. Also, Arsenal will have incurred costs here. You know, to do something like this, there would have been costs. There's probably costs to leave the Super League. Will they be will KSC be paying for them and not Arsenal Football Club?
Absolutely.
Okay, KSC reportedly paying for the costs of leaving the Super League. Also, the costs of trying to join the Super League, I would presume. And you can hear that Akil has really got Josh on his heels. He is giving one-word answers, monosyllabic, clearly giving us the impression through his tone that he's not really interested in sharing or having a conversation here, or he is quite keen to get out of here as quickly as possible.
So Arsenal will have incurred costs here. You know, to do something like this, there would have been costs. There's probably costs to leave the Super League. Will they be will KSC be paying for them and not Arsenal Football Club?
Absolutely.
And to
the second part of your question, I would actually defer to Vinay on where we are in the legal process of withdrawing, because it's a complicated answer. So I would just defer to him on that answer.
Okay. Please notice when the legalese speak starts to come in, when they have to be very careful about their words, we have to take a little bit more care in analysing the data. It would be silly for me to presume that I know exactly what's going on, but from his words I can ascertain that Arsenal have not yet actually been able to leave and are still therefore legally in the group that is part of the European Super League plans. Legally quite a complicated process, which is going to cost Arsenal money to get out of, and therefore, being uncomfortable with what he's potentially about to say or the fuck-ups that he could make, he's passed it over to little Vinay.
Yeah, sorry, Akil, just to jump in on that one. So on the kind of contract situation, I kind of need to be a little bit careful what I say, just because of all the kind of legal stuff. But effectively, as you saw from our statement, we are leaving. We're just working through the process of what that means contractually. But clearly, you know we're leaving.
You know we're leaving, yeah. You've got no fucking choice, mate.
Out of this project. We're just working through the actual legal formalities of what that means.
Thank you.
So just for your next question, Josh, is your I think your camera's gone off, or at least it's gone off on my screen.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Josh trying to turn his camera off. No, mate, not today.
It's good to know that we're leaving. It's a shame we were in there in the first place. But are you giving us assurance that this will never happen again? If there's a Super League 2, that basically is a sort of franchise football model with no sporting merit, Arsenal would not be a part of this. Can we have your assurance on that?
As that proposal was constructed, yes.
Please take please take note and pay close attention to the words that we play.
Basically is a sort of franchise football model with no sporting merit, Arsenal would not be a part of this. Can we have your assurance on that?
As that proposal was constructed, yes.
Can we have your assurances that we're not going to enter into something like this again? His response...
Can we have your assurance on that?
As that proposal was constructed, yes.
As that proposal was constructed, yes. So, fix the proposal up a little bit and potentially no. Is that what we're implying from that? let me know. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop the video a damn like if you're enjoying the conversation. Reese Rogers saying, by football pyramid, he means the one he is trying to build with all the money he makes from Arsenal. Isaiah Pavia Cruz saying, result was very fluky for Everton, but what the fans did outside the stadium was much more important. Kroenke is a horrible owner. Keep the pressure up and making your voices heard. And Ali Zaidi saying, please join the AST. We need your cutting comments. They won't let me in there, bro. Come on, be serious. Nicholas Aldape saying, losing brain cells from this BS. And Chico MUFC says, unbelievable, they're blaming foreign fans. Fans worldwide felt like football was being killed. We love clubs because of their history and their story. We've got James Kenyon in the chat as well as a Berry fan. He says, I know what greedy owners will do to a football club. One man crushed my memories and dreams. They don't care about the fans. And Vishnu Jayaprakash saying, how does he know so little about his own business and his own customers? Does he watch? No surprise that no team they own ever wins. We lost Arsenal to this BS. Jesus.
Thank you. And just finally, because I know there's others in the room, and I do apologise to my fellow colleagues, it's just a very passionate subject when you've been working 5 days flat.
No, don't apologise, right? Don't apologise. You go in. You let loose, bro.
As that proposal was constructed.
I do apologise to my fellow colleagues. It's just a very passionate subject when you've been working 5 days flat for this. If you're really sorry, and your statement said the Arsenal board, you know, that you apologise, so that's yourself, your father, Tim Lewis, and then Lord Harris. So I'm talking directly to you and the other three, I guess, there. If you're really sorry, will you actually bother to engage with fans more? Because considering that was one of your key questions, but yet you hadn't done it, are you actually going to commit to engaging with fans more? And would you ever consider reps at boardroom level? Because I believe this club needs fans at boardroom level to represent, because you got this wrong this week. It was a disgrace, the way you did it. It was cowardly, you know, you launched it, did not even justify it, because I think you were ashamed and you couldn't justify it, and I don't think you still have justified it personally. But it's clear that you don't know enough about our game. You don't know enough about our club. Our club is built on traditions, values, history and class. And we've talked about that a lot, yet, you know.
If you're expecting to see me more, absolutely. Let's start on this call right now. You have, and as far from a board perspective, you know, we as a club came together and made the decision as a board. And that's why we put out the statement that we did, apologizing immediately. And if you're hoping to interact with me on a more meaningful basis going forward, you have my word that that's absolutely the case.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. I find it...
Let's move on.
I find it very amusing in a pandemic we're using that as an excuse, but the whole world is using Zoom and Teams, FaceTime, yet we're using that as an excuse. I think that's funny. And just finally, on listening to fans, this is not a question, but all you had to do is look at the minutes for the fans forum in the last couple of years. The AST and others have raised it plenty of times that we say no to a European Super League. We have said it many times, so you just didn't bother to look at the minutes. That's all you had to do. A rep at boardroom level would have told you that. Thank you. Sorry, guys, for taking over a little bit.
Unbelievable. A real show of passion and, you know, logical, well thought out statements and questions put to Josh by fan Akil, Arsenal fan Akil, who left Josh with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and made it in no uncertain terms extremely crystal clear where exactly they've gone wrong. And look, I myself am very happy that we had someone who was able to express themselves that clearly, because for a lot of us, we would have got angry. For a lot of us, we would have said the wrong thing. For a lot of us, we're just not able to put those kind of things together. So well done to him. We need more people to be speaking for the fans, and we need to be able to move as one, because we all have the sole intention of the club being competitive again. We all have a dream of competing at the elite level and doing that based off merits, you know. That is still achievable. However, I'm not sure that it is with these guys in control. One thing that's for sure is that it's not going to be this easy. It's going to take a lot more than today to get rid of a man who is extremely comfortable at the top and is quite happy, clearly, to sit watching this club fall into a perilously dangerous situation, and one which fans will not tolerate. It's not just Arsenal who've got this kind of issue, and I would implore all Arsenal fans to unite with fellow football fans who are having similar problems. I know people myself who want Mike Ashley out of Newcastle. I know people myself who want Levy out of Tottenham. I know people myself who have had enough of FSG. The Glazers are, to me anyway, and you don't need to be, this is the point, you don't need to be a Manchester United fan to feel this, but they are, to me, some of the most deceptive, disgraceful, manipulative leeches that have made their way and wormed their way into the game, and they are eating that club inside, eating it from the inside. Things will only get worse with these guys in control. So join your fellow football fan in support. If it means that you see something on the timeline and you retweet it, retweet it. Tweet the fucking hashtag. Who cares? Tweet it. Spam it. Reply to all nonsense. And let them know that we don't care about highlights of corners. Yeah? We don't care about stats from players who've just fucking drawn or lost the 15th game in a row. The players who've scored 17 goals in 18 home games. Huh? There's bigger fish to fry. Make sure that we don't lose sight of that. Much love to everyone who has tuned in tonight. I'm going to love you and leave you now. I really do need to get some sleep. I hope you have enjoyed the video. We will be back again, of course, with plenty more, especially tomorrow when we've got a much more in-depth look at what I think is going to be happening over the near future. Anyhow, for now, I'm out, Les. Enjoy the intro one more time.
Nice one, bro. No, respect. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is Emirates and you're watching. Yes, bro. What's going on, my son? And you're watching. It's a different video today. There is a match going on, but we've got something much more important going on. There's a lot of people here to voice their displeasure at the ownership. Turnout for today. Hopefully this sends a message to people that people don't want these guys at the club. You're not doing us any favours. Invest in us or fuck off. It's that simple.
Good evening.
Good evening.